Long ago, before the rise of mortal kings and cities carved stone into mountains, there roamed a force more ancient than Olympus itself. Boreas, the north wind. He was not just a god of cold, but a storm incarnate. His breath could freeze rivers in seconds, and his howling cries turned forests to ice sculptures. But Boreas was no mindless blizzard. He was a warrior, a protector of the north, and a god who reveled in battle. One winter, the barbarian king who had made a blood pact with fire demons, dared to claim the lands of the north as his own. With his army of flame-born giants and molten hounds, he burned villagers across the mountain pass. Snow melted, rivers boiled, and the very sky turned red with ash. The mortals prayed not to Zeus, not to Erisboot. With a thunderous roar that cracked glaciers in half, he descended from his palace of ice in the Hyperborean peaks. His chariot, forged from frozen bones and pulled by polar griffins, tore through the clouds. His cloak was a storm front, his voice a gale, his eyes twin comets of frozen fury. Skyren laughed when he saw Boreas approach, calling him a breeze with delusions of godhood. In reply, Boreas summoned a blizzard so thick it buried 10 legions in seconds. His winds lashed out, ripping armor off giants, turning lava to obsidian midair. The battlefield became an elemental war zone, flame and frost colliding in explosions that scarred the earth. Skyren summoned a great fire serpent, born from the heart of a volcano. Boreas grabbed it by the throat and snapped it in half, turning its molten blood to hail. At last Boreas faced Skyren himself. Fire coiled around the warlord's blade. Boreas didn't draw a weapon, he was the weapon. With a single breath, he unleashed the cry of the north, a storm so violent, so absolute, it stripped flesh from bone and turned armies to icy statues. Skyren's last scream was frozen mid-air, still echoing in the frozen wastes. Boreas didn't stay to claim a throne or demand worship. He simply stood on the highest cliff, overlooking the now frozen battlefield, and whispered into the wind, "Let no flame trespass in the land of frost." Since then, every winter storm that shakes the mountains is a reminder of his fury. And when the winds scream through the trees, some say it's Boreas himself watching,